Hello everyone, it's Lisa Ann from Lisa Ann Tarot. Decided to do another reading, and this is messages for the masculine, and navigating this full moon energies coming up on the full moon on Friday. So much like I did my last video with the Divine Feminine, now we're looking at messages for the Divine Masculine, how he is going to fare through these full moon energies, how what he needs to pay attention to, and things that are going to come up for him on this journey through the full moon. So I pulled a card from the Divine Feminine Oracle to find out who was going to be leading and helping. And this actually gave me chills. This is awesome. Helping the Divine Masculines through this period. And we get the goddess Isis. So she's the goddess of magic. She is actually a twin flame. She married her brother Osiris, and they were twin flames. So the story of Isis is that she's the pure magic of devoted love. So she is what unconditional love grows from. She is the definition of love. She was known she married her brother Osiris, and he was murdered. His body parts were scattered. And she searched tirelessly to bring him back together and used her sexual energy to bring him back to life. So his death and rebirth were celebrated. And because Isis, rebirthed him and then gave birth to their sons, she's worshipped as the ideal wife and mother. So her message is the sexual energy that creates life can also be used to sustain it. It's significant that Isis brings Osiris back to life by making love to him. The metaphor is that by uniting life and death, body and soul, masculine and feminine, and heaven and earth, a rebirth or a resurrection occurs. The sexual energy that sex inspires exists within each of us, all the time, latent and waiting to be utilized and create more life. She calls for us to allow sexuality to infuse and enhance all that we say and do. And her intention is sexual energy is sacred. My pleasure is a prayer that brings me back to life. So she heals Osiris through her sexual energy. So it's incredible that she's coming forward to help the masculine now through his journey forward, at least through the next week and the next cycles. Bottom of the deck, so for themes, we got the same two cards for the feminines that we have for the masculine. We have cycles, so this is about the full moon energy. This is about this full moon coming up is going to force truths to be told, and the soul voice to come forward. And then we have nurturing, so they're going to need to ground. They're going to need to get out into nature, nurture themselves. A lot of self-care and self-love to get themselves through this. We have the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups is about an offer of love. It's it's only in the planning stages. It's kind of, he wants to do it but hasn't figured out how to do it. But it's about an offer, creating an offer of love. And then we have the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is about, having a family and wishes coming true and, very harmonious and happy life. So those are awesome cards to have on the bottom of the deck as his themes going through this week. So the first set of messages that we pulled for him, we have the long haul, and we have received. So the energies that are being pulled around for this week are going to actually give him divine messages and divine guidance. That he's been in this for the long haul, that, it's finally, it's starting to come to fruition. It's starting to come to the end. He's hung in there. He's done his work, gone through the ups and downs. So this message is going to be received, that, this is kind of pulling into the station here. His current energies, we have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess not only pictures the divine feminine, but it's also about going into your subconscious. So the masculines are going to be dealing with a lot of things in their subconscious, and really having to go within and identifying that pull that they have, that nag that they have, that they haven't really brought down into they're kind of keeping it buried. So they're going to be really going within and really looking at their soul voice and what they're being pulled to do. We have the Judgment card. So Judgment is about sort of looking within and looking at your life and your conscious thoughts, and making sure that your conscience and your subconscious have a balance, and you're living your true self. You're being true to yourself. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So his bottom of the deck is a Page of Cups, and this is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups actually is a more mature energy, and this is about forward movement. This is about wanting to come forward with the offer. So what I get with this is that he is going to find a balance between his inner work and the way he wants to live his life, or his outer work. And this all involves this offer, coming forward with this offer. How does he see the feminine through this energy? He wants to come forward as the King of Cups. He wants to be balanced emotionally. He wants to, be humble, be truthful, have his emotions balanced, and come forward as the king. We have the World, which is about closing karmic cycles, things coming to an end. This is the long haul. So, all the cycles have to be closed. And the World coming up here, is indicating that his cycle, the karmic cycles that he has right now involving his feminine, or involving their connection, are going to also come to an end. We have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a fast-moving energy. So when I asked about what is he moving towards, I get the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is also about moving forward with a solid offer. This is an offer of love, but this is also an offer of, something more committed, something, more tangible. So I asked about what the offer was about, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is about family. It's about foundation. It's about harmony and, existing together. This is what he wants with his feminine at this time. So to go back over it, the first message is that, the long haul, and messages are going to be received. So he's going to be receiving messages about where he's at in his journey. He is going to, going within, he's going to be dealing with his subconscious and his conscious, making sure that they're in alignment and balanced, that he's living the way he truly wants to, what's truly in his heart. And it's going to have to do with this offer of love and the moving forward with it. He sees his feminine. He wants to come forward to her as the King of Cups. We have the World, which is closing out karmic cycles between the two of them. Coming forward, fast moving, coming forward toward her with a solid offer of harmony and family and commitment. So that's the first message. Next message, we have the Builder Bee and patience. So the Builder Bee card is bees are a symbol of sort of, when you think of bees, they're hardworking. They're steadfast. They lay out their plans. It's all about putting things in order. So he needs to have patience with himself when it comes to getting his life in order, and really working toward a goal. But be patient with himself, and not get too overwhelmed with the whole process. So his current energies, we have Eight of Cups, and Eight of Cups is usually about walking away. And with this card, we do have the constellation of a cup up top, which indicates divine intervention. So he's being guided by the divine to walk away from anything that no longer serves him. That's walking away from old thought patterns. It's walking away from past hurts and things that just, aren't in alignment with his life right now. We have the Nine of Wands. So even though he's tattered and torn and, kind of beaten up from this journey, he's still not giving up. He's still going to stand firm and fight, for what he wants. We have the Six of Cups, which is about balance, things coming into balance. And then we have the Emperor. So once things come into balance for him, he will be in his Emperor power, which, is where we want him to be at this point of the game. So how he sees the feminine, we have the Moon. So the Moon is about illusion. It's about, being really trapped within your own thoughts and your own, sort of like your own world. We have the Star. So the Star is about wish fulfillment. It's about wishes being granted. So I asked, what is the Star? What is the wish fulfilled in this Moon illusion about? And it has to do with judgment. So as far as him viewing the feminine in this energy that he's in, we have the illusion that he has built with these old thought patterns, and his his fears and his old emotions have built this illusion with the Moon. So the Star, with the Judgment card that comes out, it's about really looking and examining, your current situation and your current life and what he wants. So with that, the illusion is broken. He figures out what he wants, and his wishes are granted. And he sees his feminine right now as the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is the very independent, lioness. She's continuing on with or without him. She's still moving forward. She's very independent, getting things done. And he sees her in this light right now. Because he's trying to get things done as well. But he might be getting flustered with himself. So he needs to have patience. Because he will be in this Emperor power, which will allow him to now move forward. Okay, so the last message that we have clarity and commitment. So with the full moon's energy towards the end of the week, with divine intervention and with this kick in the pants that this moon is going to give us, he's going to find clarity about what he really wants as far as a commitment, where he wants to be. So, what is his current energy with this message? We have the Ace of Cups. So, the Ace of Cups is about sort of filling your own cup of love, kind of really taking the time to get himself right and really, fill himself up so that he can, you know, possibly come forward. We have the Six of Pentacles, which is about being open to giving and receiving. So where he was closed off before, he is now in the energy of giving and receiving. And he sees his feminine as the Empress and standing in her power. We had his energy here as the Emperor, so they're a match here. And then how he sees the feminine in this energy, he sees her now as the Queen of Pentacles, who is very nurturing and very, like a strong provider. Someone who he can build with. We have the Wheel of Fortune. So I asked, the Wheel of Fortune is about karmic, is about sort of the wheel of life and divine, the divine kind of turns it. So I asked what that was about, and we came with the Hierophant. So this is about their connection. And we got the Four of Wands, which is about a victory. So he's actually going to, through divine intervention, he's going to recognize their connection and claim victory over it. We have the Ten of Wands, which is sort of about being defeated and tired. And I asked a little more about that, and I got the King of Wands. So the way I'm reading this is that the Wheel of Fortune is going to help him get through this Ten of Wands energy to realize that the connection that they have is truly a victory. And then we have the two of them here together. So, he's the king to her queen. So that's, those are the messages for the week. And it's going to be for both counterparts, it's going to be a very powerful, like I said in the other reading, kind of turn in the corner, no more hiding. The veil is going to be lifted. There's no more holding back, what your soul wants. And that's all going to come forward. Things are going to be made clear. And, he's really coming around and seeing things from a different perspective. So this is all going to be driven by the moon, but we have the goddess Isis leading the way, which is amazing. So this is our Divine Masculine, and thank you for watching my reading.